and
And it
especially
sucks.
and
Crunchyroll
Disney.
was the tiers for One Piece. I don't know why y'all would put that out.
They were asking for that one. They were asking for that.
Lord have mercy.
Ooh, I forgot, Tafar. What did you say? They really did create a pirate era.
That you have launched the Great Pirate Era. You came to that you originally were a part of, and with that laugh, that worst generation. There's your Marshall D. Teach. There's your that's your black. You've launched the worst generation. We are the children that Odin predicted would be born.
Right.
I just said there, I'm just thinking to myself, it's amazing. A pirate anime has just created the next pirate era.
Like,
oh, the irony.
Oda is somewhere saying, and here we are.
I told you so. I tried to tell you.
Especially with the message we got from the last One Piece arc. Like, y'all should have seen it coming.
Stop.
Yep.
I mean, Odin wrote journalist said, our generation is scrappy, but based on these fucking kids, if I get killed in the next 20 years, these children will grow up to be a problem.
I've always said two things will never go away: the Grand Line and VPNs. They will never go away.
It's like you forget you are talking to a generation of people right now who has been in those places. We didn't forget. I'm just saying.
That was our
dial-up. On dial-up. Please don't play with us. We know what we're doing.
Our education was in the Grand Line and fan subs.
Grand Line, fan subs, and 8-part YouTubes, with the last one always being in Portuguese. For
that part. Oh my gosh.
Bringing this back.
One episode is 7 pieces.
In the corner of the screen, and then switch.
I remember when.
Episode in 7 pieces.
Yes.
Why was the last part always in Portuguese?
I tried not to ask no questions because they were doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, they were doing the Lord's work. It was like, we're gonna help you out here. I'm like, with one little hurdle.
Bama Clockhouse. Yeah, they put it in the corner and then flip it to avoid the copyright by.
Yeah, you're right. They did put it right there to avoid copyright because you couldn't see it.
Yeah, that's why they always put mirrored in the title, because they flip it and then put an overlay on top of it so it doesn't get caught.
Yeah.
And Crunchyroll was the biggest place to go to for this. Look what Money Make a Bitch did.
All I gotta say is Crunchyroll, you were supposed to bring balance to the force, not destroy it.
You started
Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Speaking of streaming services, we did get another bright spot. Skeleton Crew premiered last night on Disney Plus.
Good shit.
It's Goonies, but in space, and I like it.
And speaking of piracy on the rise as new people take over,
right?
You see the theme, people.
Life imitating art, ladies and gentlemen.
I need to get a One Piece hat. I need to start wearing a One Piece hat on this show. I definitely need to get a straw hat and start wearing it. Either that or a Zora bandana. One of the two. It's like
that seals it. There's a chopper hat at my store. I'm gonna buy that. Got a chopper hat at my store. I'm gonna end up wearing that.
Zora's the only thing I got. Don't take that from me, Will.
I mean, at this point, we just a bunch of pirates, so I might as well either do that or just come out straight Whitebeard. But I can't. I mean, only one of us.
He's looking at Davey. He's looking at Davey like, well, only one of us can do that.
Only one of us can Whitebeard. So
listen, I'm already looking at cosplaying a character from Hunter x Hunter, so I'm taking it one anime at a time. Okay.
Fair enough.
Oh my!
Really? We gonna flex?
I knew she had the swords. She's got the swords.
Sorry.
Here, you
a little bit too comfortable while drawing it.
Summoning from your voice acting sensei down there.
Wait, say what? What? Oh,
your voice acting sensei.
I got you, sensei. Ooh.
But yeah, I like Skeleton Crew. I'm very much getting the typical '80s movie vibes out of it. The dad who works too hard and doesn't pay attention, and had to just listen for 2 sentences, the plot doesn't happen. Also, if anybody knows Lucas's first movie, TX 1138, I'm getting modern vibes of that because I don't think this planet exists like in the main. There
is one extreme Easter egg in there that really made me perk up, and I'm like, no, they didn't. So if you're familiar with this certain pop star who's no longer with us, he did a spacefaring adventure that was for Disneyland. I'm talking about Michael Jackson. He did it was a ride they did. It was called Captain EO. There is a creature in Skeleton Crew that looked vaguely like the character Fuzzball from Captain EO. And it turns out it is.
Yep, that's the Easter egg.
Michael Jackson is in the Star Wars universe. He always wanted to be.
Yep.
And now he's there.
That little fucking puppet is cute as fuck.
That was Fuzzball. That was Fuzzball. And I'm like, no, they.
I was like,
wow. Okay.
I looked at it, I was like, I think I'm too young to remember, but something.
It was such a blink. It was such a blink, and the way the shadows was hitting it.
Yeah.
The way the shadows was hitting it, it was such a blink. I had to stop and take it back, and I'm like, oh God, that's Fuzzball.
Sorry. That was awesome.
Yeah, look, Lizzie said, "How does one forget?" Yeah.
All right.
Look, my Michael Jackson lore was all the stuff he added to the Sonic 3 soundtrack. That was about it.
I was like,
oh, Tafari.
I had to get up. My wife was just walking out there. She was like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "The genius bastards did it." Again, like great puppet work. This is one thing about Star Wars I can really appreciate. When they actually do their puppet work, they do their puppet work.
Correct.
You don't need CGI. When you do it, you do it well.
It's Weta. It's the Weta fucking thing, which means like it's Jim Henson type shit. I'm in it.
If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Pretty much.
Say what you want about Episode 9, but when they brought back Yoda and it was the puppet, the people in the theater, they were glad it was the puppet. They were so glad it was the puppet. Like there were certain scenes where you seen certain creatures, puppets. That's what you want. That was the appeal of the entire Star Wars. Jim Henson was way ahead of his freaking time.
Much to learn, you still have.
It was that I was like straight out of storage, didn't they?
It was like dressed him up. It was like, we haven't used this little guy in a while.
Can we say how genius the Dark Crystal was? That is one of my favorites of all time. I love the Dark Crystal. Loved it.
Is it bad that I actually seen a woman who looks like the witch?
Yes.
Didn't it recently redo the Dark Crystal on Netflix or something? Or am I thinking
They did a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just goes to show you that sometimes the best way is the old way, and
the old ways still work. Wow. I just really quoted the Force Awakens. Sorry.
I mean, I definitely some old ways. Not the old school TV show stressing about the career aptitude test that didn't affect anyone's life. Haven't seen that trope in about 15 years.
Before we go to commercial break and get on our tier list, shout out to Elmo. We feel your pain, brother. We got the same energy. We don't know what's up with this Rocco situation either.
It's funny that you say that because that's literally playing on TV right now.